And just like that, we are live once again.
Once again.
Yeah, that was low energy as fuck. Sorry. Like, no,
TGIF,
nobody's
baby.
here yet, but huh?
TGIF, baby.
Yes, thank God it's Friday.
Friday
You know, I
is the
work tomorrow.
weekend.
But
Hats
hopefully y'all
off
are enjoying your
to
weekends.
the people that's gonna watch this on the playback. Uh,
Right, right.
Shout out to the people that are gonna join the live. Tonight. I hope everybody's having a good night. I hope everybody has a good weekend. But we are here, baby, with an inaugural review On the Rise Houston, produced by On the Rise Reality. So this is a new franchise for us. So if you guys haven't watched it, give it definitely give it a view. It's an interesting show, or give it a watch. It's an interesting show. Damon and I were like comparing notes like before this live. So I'm sorry, can you hear like an echo?
Yeah, sorry. I just realized I didn't have my headphones. I'm like, wait, I didn't want to interrupt you though. My bad. Sorry. Let me.
You good? Terribly sorry about that. The people in
You
the
know what it was giving. You were
the people
talking
gonna
like,
watch this back
am I
like,
on
oh my
speakerphone?
goodness, like sorry to headphone users. So sorry to headphone users, but
Okay, it should be. It should be good now.
okay, cool. So yes, it's gone. Cool. So On the Rise Houston, yes, a new franchise for the Key and Carrie podcast. So if you guys haven't watched, definitely give it a watch. It's an interesting show. Interesting
Mm-hmm.
personalities, interesting interesting beats, baby. But
Yes.
Juan, Yan, do you want to let the people know how your Friday is going? If you have any plans for the weekend, you whoring or what you
Uh, Not boring. I'm a good Christian boy. I don't know nothing about that.
Hopefully I sound a lot better because I just plugged in my microphone. Um, but my Friday is going well after work tomorrow, so it doesn't really feel like a weekend or a Friday. I'm enjoying it. How is
Oh, wait. Did you cut out?
wait, what? Can you hear?
Oh, I thought your mic had like cut out. But
I was asking how was your
oh, my Friday,
mm-hmm,
my Friday is pretty good. I can't complain. It's another day. I'm breathing.
mm-hmm.
I'm above. I'm alive, so I really can't complain. I have to work tomorrow, so it really doesn't feel like a weekend, but it's overtime. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
complaining, baby. But y'all know you ready to
Yes.
get to this review, baby. On
Yes.
the Rise
We're right
Houston.
on into this
Let
review.
me hand the mic over to my co-host, my family, my familia, baby. Let me stop
Well,
saying my familia. I'm
you
sorry.
just always gotta add your little extra spice on the shit. Like you just gotta keep going, and that's your problem. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, but yes, this is our I guess you could say series review, seasons one
Mhm,
and two of On the Rise, produced by On the Rise Reality.
mhm.
Um, yeah, we were asked to do this review. I not gonna lie, I didn't really know about this show until they reached out to us. But shout out to them for reaching out to us,
Yes,
and
thank you.
yeah, and just shout out to them for creating a show. I always, we're gonna have some opinions about this show. They may not
Mhm.
always be. I always feel like I have to preface it, but like they may not all be positive, but I do want to congratulate them and celebrate them for creating a show that's not
Yeah,
easy. So
definitely.
but
Most
yes,
definitely.
for those that haven't watched, it's On the Rise Reality, On the Rise Houston,
Mhm.
specifically. But it's just a show about like a group of people that live in Houston, and I guess their friendships with each other. It's a little
They're
confusing
platonic
because
friendships with each other.
put platonic in quotation marks. We gonna get to that. Because when there's some foolishness I don't understand, y'all sleeping together? That's always a question in the back of my mind. But anyway, but yes, so yeah, it's about a group of friends in Houston. Um, they're not really doing any like chasing in terms of their careers or anything like that. Like we see a couple things here and there, but it's never really like much going on there. So
Mhm.
I'm confused why the show is called On the Rise when like they're not really no offense, but we don't see them like chasing anything or trying to come up in anything. They're just like on the show being friends and hanging out with each other. But yeah, seasons 1, seasons 2. Before I go through with it, how do you generally feel about the show?
Honestly, I'm a little lost. But let me say with just season 2, I'm lost. Season 1, I felt it had a pretty good foundation to be like a good show.
Okay.
Season 2 kind of lost me because I feel like they kind of lost focus on like the friendships in the group and kind of focus more on like drama, which I guess is cool because you need drama, but
yeah,
again, it's kind of like
too much.
Yeah, whereas we don't really know what's going on because it's not happening on camera. Or if they do show it on camera, it's like a little snippet, and then they would just go and talk about the drama instead of just showing the drama. So it kind of lost me, but it has some interesting characters, some interesting personalities.
I agree. I feel like season 1, I did like season 1 because it seemed genuine and like kind of like what's that show called? I was gonna say the come up, The Circle New York, which we also reviewed. It had this real world quality to it. Like I feel like some of the other shows like Chasing Atlanta or G Status, they had this like glitz to them where it didn't seem as like not genuine, but it didn't seem as like realistic, if that makes sense. This show seemed more like down to earth and like just like the back and forth that they had season 1 was cool because you could tell that they were really like friends and like they enjoyed each other and they had personalities. But yeah, season 2 was a shift. Definitely. It just became one of those like it kind of became like a show we see a lot, like the premise we see a lot where it's just like a bunch of people talking shit, sitting around and talking shit. And it's just kind of like, okay, we've seen this before. A bunch of beefs that we don't really understand how they came about. And it's just like, put these people on the show, watch them fight. Like, I feel like that's kind of a premise that we see a lot. But let's get a little bit into season 2. Also, feel free to comment. Shout out to Magic User for being here. Yes. In the trenches with us. Thank you, Magic User. You know, this is a new show. You know, the girls don't really care for new shows that we do. Like, you know, they got to get a couple times. In the trenches with us. I'm here for it. Appreciate
No,
you.
is it the same trench that the Vampire Boys chase our girl in her flats through in the Vampire Boy movie?
Same trenches. Our lives aren't in danger. It's the same trenches. But yeah, Magic User said, never heard of this, never heard of this show. Hey y'all, hey, thank you for being here.
Good Friday.
Definitely stay tuned to basically stay tuned to figure out whether you want to watch the show or not. Because no shade to the show or its creators, but there's some problems. But yeah, they're on season 3. I think they just put out episode 2 for season 3. But yeah, the show, it doesn't have a huge following, but yeah, if you want something to play in the background while you do laundry or homework or I don't know, play video games or something, like this will be the show. No shade.
Well, let me say season 2 will be that show. Season 1 is okay. It's good.
Yes.
Season 2 is just kind of, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
and he said, I'll check it out if it's decent though. I agree and miss the Circle NYC. It was unique. Yes. It just had a different vibe from like a lot of the other shows. Like the people just seem more down to earth. But yeah, so do we want to talk about like your like favorite person? Let's talk about our favorite people from season 1. Like, let's start with that. Who was your favorite person?
Ooh, my favorite person from season 1 was Lena.
Okay.
Lena.
I agree.
Lena was loud as hell, baby. And I was listening. Very full of personality. First and foremost,
I know whoever edited this show was like, girl, because she would just come out of nowhere like loud as hell. And it's like, oh my God.
Like, I was like, I'll live for her energy. Like, I felt like in my opinion, I feel like the ladies of the first season, well, let me say, Lena and her good Judy, Be Goody. Oh, I did not mean to do that. All right. But I feel like they carried the show. Like their personality, their energy. I love Lena. She was hype.
They were cool. I would definitely want to hang out with them. They just seem lit and fun. And I feel like with a lot of these shows, it's almost like people don't have personalities outside of drama. Like it's just like if it's not drama or if it's not romance, they don't have like a personality or opinions that that step outside of that. So it was interesting and fun to see people that were just fun and like wanted to have fun, and they did things together. They had parties, had dinners, they played volleyball. So I was interested in that. I like to see them like have fun and be friends and make jokes, because it reminded me of my friends, I guess you could say, and how we joke around. So that was cool. I would agree that I think they did carry the show, no shade, because some of the other people was just kind of they was just kind of there. Was kind of giving furniture, no shade. But yes, they were my faves. Hilarious. Also, didn't mind their music. I thought their music was cool.
That track, that performance that they had, I thought that was very.
You mean very that super sexual,
very BBOB
track for the birthday? I was like, this is super sexual. This is very salt and pepper. Here for it.
Very salt and pepper. Yeah.
Yes, I was here for it. But
who's your favorite, Yon?
No, I agree. Lena and B Goody. I would say both of them. Both of them was my faves. They wasn't afraid to call people out on shit either. Like if something happened, like with Reggie or like some of the other people, like they would call people out and like, and I feel like a lot of people on the show didn't do that. They just kind of, sat by and like watched, where like they were like, no, that's not right, or blah 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 blah. So
it's crazy always when there's like feminine energy on the show, they're kind of like the voice of reason.
True.
And then when there's like, with I guess another masculine energy, it's not really a lot of. They're just gonna want to fight regardless. So shout out to
that. Is a good point. And it kind of reminds me of how people say like, oh, like they don't really have a lot of gay friends. Like a lot of like gay men will say that, and I feel like I wonder like what that's about. Like what's that about? Like how it's like I guess they like, but they tend to have like a lot of like female friends, like so I don't know like if it's just like being two males, like people tend to clash, or I don't know, like there's something there though. But yeah, they definitely were the voice of reason, and they just seemed nice. Like they seemed cool to be around, and they didn't seem to like feel like they needed to be shady. But yeah, who's your least favorite from this season?
Least favorite
of On the Rise Houston, if you're just coming in
of season 1, I guess it would be probably Sade, Miss Business Bitch. She had that bob, but her attitude was kind of giving a wet mop. No shade.
Not a wet mop. She did have stank energy. I don't know. She was just giving. She didn't want to be there. Like you kind of said off camera,
that's what I was giving. Like she didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
Contractually obligated to be
right.
No shade.
They're against her will, essentially. I did not consent. Like that's what it's giving. Like I'm here. Like I'm here. I'm doing a favor for a friend. You know how like you might have you ever? It's almost given that she's like there to help them move furniture. Like I don't want to be here, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm just here to help you out. That's what it's giving.
That's definitely what it's giving.
Definitely. Like, didn't want to be there.
She was even a part of the show until they started bullying Rico on the last episode. I was like, who is that? And why she got so much to say? And I was like, oh, that's the girl from that's the light-skinned girl that was in the beginning of the show. But like,
somebody did say she has light-skinned energy. Ooh. I was like, I can see it.
I ain't say all that, but but yeah, some of the other people on the show that I didn't really care for. I didn't really care for Reggie this season. I'm not gonna lie. Especially towards the end. I just feel like he had a lot of negative energy, which makes sense because he eventually talks about how he suffers with depression and anxiety, which I understand. But I don't know. He just had a lot of negative energy. And it's funny that like he ends up kind of bullying Rico at the end of the season because he was kind of treating, I think, Lena that way in the beginning of the season. Like he was kind of giving standoff, like energy towards her. And I was like, I don't understand why you have this weird energy towards her. Like, what did she do to you? But she was such a nice person that she just never really paid it. Like she never like fed into it. But yeah, he always gave me negative energy, and I don't know. I didn't really care for him that much.
Yeah, he was being like super shady to to the girl B Goody. I was like,
Oh, that was B Goody. Okay, sorry.
Because he was like, she pounced her makeup on. I was like,
yeah, it was like,
no shade. You stuffing yourself in these clothes. Like,
I can't.
Don't do that.
You know he giving a Prince tea with that damn eyeliner. I'm like, you got some mascara on, concealer, them dark eyes, baby. I said, I don't want to see them eyes in the middle of the night. Those some sleep paralysis eyes, baby. You wake up in the middle of the night like,
why? There's a stranger in my home.
Who's that peeking through my window? Bury that. Bury that. Spook, baby.
With the boy, what is that song? I Can't Stand a Night Alone.
Yes.
That's something completely different. I'm digressing.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Hey, shit, Pearl. Thank you for being here.
Hey,
appreciate you. Good to see your face. Baby. Yes. Serving. I never talked about how you were always serving in his profile pic.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Magic User said, "Oh, I think I know what show. Sorry, I promise y'all I can read. I just get so nervous reading these bitches out loud. But
no, I'm just playing.
I had a lick of alcohol. Ain't that a shame? But anyway, I know what show you mean. I think wasn't she arguing with Rico about Nicki at the beginning, or Nicki versus Cardi or something? Yes, I think so. I think that's the show. There's definitely somebody named Rico on the show. Pretty Rico.
Yes.
Who ends up changing their name?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Pretty Kia, I think, or something like that.
Pretty Key.
But Pretty Key. There we go. And then this is a different Rico. But he be on every damn show they cast. It may be. Oh no, this is a different Rico. You know, it's a lot of Ricos.
Oh,
it's a lot of Ricos on the show.
Talk about Rico Casanine,
probably, or Rico with a K, or any of the other Ricos. It's like the name Brandon. It's a common gay name.
Hey, yes. You know, I still wasn't waiting for the day I can miss my boss to keep my job. No shame. That's not a threat.
You gotta mace them accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally. Baby, just spritz it with them, and then
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to YB for being in the building.
Yes, thank you for being here, YB. Shout out to everybody that's here, baby.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, we love when when y'all just come through. When we do like not really random lives, but lives on a weekend, because we know that y'all have lives and y'all be out in these streets.
Yes,
pouring like my co-host. No shade.
You seem a little agitated. Do you need something? You need that in your life or something? You seem a little clenched. I need you to.
I seem clenched.
You seem clenched. Clenched and pressed. Okay.
Well, at least I'm not wearing press-ons, but
okay. Anyway, thank you so much, YB. I don't watch the show, but I love your commentary. I don't think you would like this show, YB. I think you would rip the show to shreds. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think you would like it. I think this show would make you throw your laptop out the window. I'm not even gonna lie. That was another show. Yes, probably. But shout out to Pickens Place. Thank you for being here.
Pickens Place for being here.
I feel like I've missed so much information in this show. Yes, I was. For some reason, I feel like I was able to follow it somewhat. There's a lot of you could tell that they do a lot of stuff like off camera, and it's like then they come back to the show and act like the audience knows what they're talking about, and it's like I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of hitting stuff, but OIB, watch it. I want reviews again. You want him to rip them. You want him to rip them poor people to shreds. Magic User, I can't. You want. I left that right. Yes, I know you left the reviews, but I'm just saying, even watching this show, I feel like it would just piss you off. Even not even reviewing it, I feel like you would just. Because it's like. It has potential because especially the first season, because they were friends and they actually did stuff together. They supported each other. They performed sometimes, but I feel like the second season just became a bunch of no shade, but just a bunch of gays gossiping and just being catty towards each other. And I'm we've seen this so many times already.
Baby, it's basically Jocelyn's Cabaret without the nudity. That's what it's getting.
Who would be Jocelyn? Reggie?
Adrian.
Oh,
maybe Trap, because Trap wouldn't be attracted to the girl so bad.
He really does. with that throwing tantrums all season. You don't sit your ass down somewhere.
Was jumping up on that table in that white suit, like, have a seat.
First, sit down before you get them sweat pits. Okay, have a seat before you ruin that white suit. Like,
oh my gosh.
I rewatch his old Chasing reviews for fun after I forget. Yes, I do as well. I do go back and watch some of his old reviews. Iconic, honestly. But yes, I definitely don't think he would enjoy the show. But hey, Spicy Original, thank you for being here. She said, "Hey, loves, I don't watch that show, but I came to support y'all. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you're having a good Saturday. I hope everybody's having a good Saturday, actually. But yes,
it's
thank
Friday,
you for supporting us on this.
It's been a long day.
I'm just gonna say that I'm drunk and not tired. Okay, just so people don't think that I'm like crazy or stupid or something. But hey, Spicy Original, thank you for being here on this Good Friday.
Thank you for being here.
Season 1, I couldn't remember who was who. They never showed the names. Yes, that was something else that confused me. They never showed the names, so it took me a while to like understand who was who. And the episodes ending on random long confessionals was an odd choice. That kind of gave me G status tease. If anybody remembers them long ass confessionals they would have on G status explaining what we should have saw in the actual scene.
Baby, because I got instant flashbacks to Redrick speaking about like their situation with Ike for about 40 minutes.
Right.
It's like, can we just see what happened? We see
it? Baby. Like, I'm just like, yeah, we need to see it. But yeah, season 1. What's some big moments from season 1 that we want to talk about?
Couple performances, baby. Reggie being able to boogie the way that he boogie. Reggie was getting the fuck down.
He was getting the way Reggie he was moving. He was fucking it up. I wasn't expecting him to fuck it up like that. Like, no shade, but like, I don't know. He just didn't.
But his, and I know you're gonna shame me for this, but his stamina says that he was active, that he was physically active, or I guess fit before the pandemic hit. So,
okay. Oh, like, no, I'm not saying his size. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. He just didn't give like dancer energy. But then when he like showed up to his birthday party and danced, he was fucking
and bust the ACON, baby. He should have had Sherrod as his background dancer.
He should have had Sherrod.
I would have been living for that.
He should have had Sherrod. Had the alcohol, but he should have had Sherrod. Definitely should have had Sherrod there. Baby went to that club. It still sends me how he got paid to show up to that club. And it got thrown out. I'm like,
he did get it was a booking. He got ragged out by security. And that damn
how embarrassing! Like, oh my goodness! Imagine getting thrown out of work like that. I'm sorry,
baby. That's embarrassing.
That's a little embarrassing. But anyway, hopefully he's in a better place. But yes, he fucked it up. And yeah, I was like, this made me like Reggie because I was like, oh, you're like a good dancer. Like, you're very committed. Like, you was moving and getting with everybody. So I really like that. And then I also liked the performance that, what was their group name? B Goody and Lena. Do you remember?
I don't. But I just called them BBOD.
Not BBOD.
Egg baby. Oh, it was a bad bitches on deck. Yeah,
bad bitches on deck. What is it? Tata-ta-licious?
She
don't do dishes. Oh, what does that have to do with anything?
I'm like, if I don't do dishes for like a couple days, am I a thought? Like,
that's true. That's true.
Let me know in the comments. How does that work?
I think there's like a 3-day window period where if you don't do the dishes, you might end up becoming a thought. Anyway, not a rabbit holing. But anyway, yes, they did very good. I like their performance. Super sexual song. I would have been looking around like, is anybody grinding on anybody?
Like, I know somebody's auntie and grandma was in the back clutching their pearls.
Like, my goodness.
We do not need baby making music. At my party.
Day. Yes.
No.
But that was pretty much the only performances that we saw. Some of the other cast members were kind of just background. Like, Adrian was there. I kind of liked Adrian. I mean, I like him a lot season 2 because he becomes funnier. So I did like him season 2. But season 1, he was just chilling. Then there was the other guy. I think his name was like Wu, if I'm not mistaken. Wu could cook down. that's another thing I wanted to pinpoint. Wu was making some good ass food in the beginning of this first season.
Okay, is that the tall, dark skinned dude that looks like Lionel from Lovers and Friends?
Yes. Why would you say that?
Because I thought I was like,
he does look like Lionel
from Dallas to Houston.
He does give Lionel. Check out our Lovers and Friends review.
Yeah, shout out to
produced by Markel Logan. Yes, but yes, he kind of looks like him. But he cooked down. He made some wings. He made some greens. He made some macaroni and cheese. I was like, he cooks down. I would love to see him make something or talk more about his food or whatever.
I was like, why didn't we get more of this?
Yeah,
if y'all gonna gossip over some good food. Shit,
listen, soul food.
Okay.
Now, if this show was more like the messy ass movie Soul Food, I would have been more here for it, but we didn't get that. So unfortunately, but
eating about 50 pounds of food every Sunday and gossip. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it,
and getting full blown diabetes. Okay.
That's not funny, but arteries clogged like a motherfucker, baby.
Right? Like, and they ain't learned shit the whole movie. I'm sure y'all know that. Anyway. But yeah, the food was very good. Yeah, outside of that, they ended up adding 2 characters at the end of the season, Rico and Trap. And that caused a bunch of issues because they were cool up until that point. Like, it was some little stuff like Reggie kind of being mean to be Goody for some reason. I feel like there was some weird energy between Trap and Wu, almost like they had history, if you know what I mean. It was kind of giving that type of energy, like they knew each other. Y'all know each other? How y'all know each other? That's what I would have asked. Biblically, baby.
Biblically, there you go.
Biblically, like.
See, you said you need a shirt that said what? I need a shirt that said biblically. And then you said you wanted a shirt that said
I want a shirt that says I know him, and then in like parentheses biblically.
Wait, okay, so you should get the shirt that says I know him biblically, and then I'm gonna get the shirt that says sexually enticing, adjective / no. And then it's like, okay, I'm here.
Should we start a what is it called? A threadless.com? Should we start a line?
We should
start a line.
We should
with some of our sayings.
Definitely start like
a get on that. Y'all inconsistent as hell. Y'all ain't gonna start no damn t-shirt line.
You know, somebody thinking
episodes out on time. Like,
somebody was thinking it like
somebody typing that shit in the chat right now. Like, niggas, y'all cannot even get this together. But okay, sure. But anyway, but yes, they everything was good. Like, they were like super supportive of each other. They had like a lot of fun in the beginning of the season, but then Rico and Trap came through and it just kind of messed with everything. Like, I don't know if it's because they had already formed a bond, and then when the new people came, they were like, oh, y'all are outsiders. Because from the start, it was weird. I guess there was some shit about Rico's wig and how, like, I guess somebody said that like somebody knew him before the wig, and I guess that was shady. And then I guess Rico said he knew Adrian, but Adrian said he didn't know him. Just a bunch of petty shit where I'm just like, is this really an issue? Like, who cares? Like, I don't understand why y'all are arguing over this shit. And then just little petty drama here and there. Did you think they was intimidated by Rico? What did you think was happening? Why do you feel like they was treating Rico the way they was treating him?
You know, that's a good question. I never really thought like it was like I guess an intimidation factor. I just thought it was just a camera in their face and they just needed to be shady.
Okay.
I
could see that.
It was just unnecessary shade. I will say that I didn't like some of the comments that they made about Rico and how Rico identifies. Like,
yes, that was a little problematic.
Like, oh, really? And this friend group seems a bit older, like at least late 20s, maybe early 30s. So late you would 20s, think
maybe they give him mid 30s. I would say okay, but they give him mid to late 30s.
Rico said that she and Dex are like late 20s.
Oh, she did say that.
So yeah, that's why I was still like late 20s. But yeah, they're old enough to know, have some common sense. But yeah, some of the comments made towards Rico just left like a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, that's one thing not to really care or care for somebody, but to be insensitive and assault him is.
I don't know. Pickens Place said I was kind of lost of were they misgendering Rico. I don't know if they were misgendering Rico because I think Rico might like any pronoun, like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like they kind of just you could say boy, you could say girl, you could say she, he, I don't think it mattered. But I feel like a lot of people do get weird with that kind of stuff, especially surprisingly gay people. Like they'd be like, are you a boy or a girl? Like, I'm confused. I don't get it. And it's just like, just because they got on a wig, like, I don't like, is it really that serious? Like, I mean, you could ask them their pronouns, and then if they tell you, then go by those pronouns. That's it.
Right.
Like, I don't get why people be acting like it's such a mind fuck. Like, you're a man with a wig on and makeup? Like, read a book. Like, grow up.
Right?
Like, I don't know. Like, it's just given, like, I feel like they be trying to be shady, but it's like, you look stupid because you don't seem as cultured or as worldly as other people, I guess. But yeah, that was kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know why they decided to pick on Rico. Especially the dinner, the last episode of the first season, that kind of like that they kicked the drama up into like overdrive because that's when like the drama peaked, I guess you could say. But like they definitely, I guess, had an issue with some of the things that Rico was saying. But to me, it seemed like, especially, what was old girl's name? Sharday and Reggie were definitely giving hypocritical vibes because, like, they could say like little slick stuff like about her wig, like, oh, I knew you before the wig, and they could say little slick comments, but like once Rico rolled their eyes, it was like, oh, why you rolling your eyes? Like, why you being negative? And it's like, so y'all can be shady and say little slick stuff and it can be a joke, but when Rico rolls their eyes, it's like, oh, you're shady, you're this, you're that. So it was just giving like middle school bullying tease, like. And then I'm like, Reggie, why are you trying to fight Rico? Like, this it seemed so random, and I'm just like, you need better control of your emotions. Like, no shade, like it did not even cause for you to fight this person. Like, if you can't use your words at your big age, that's a problem. Like, no shade. I'm just saying, like, I know some people are better at using their words than not, but it's like you are too old to be like resorting to fighting when you can't use your words. Like,
he said something like, I need to learn how to use my words and on my hands. I was like, ain't you like 30 plus years old?
Yeah.
And then you're on a platform. Why would you be so quick? A platform on YouTube. Yeah, why would you be so quick to like attack somebody?
And to me, it's like
they made a comment about you or some shit. Like,
yeah. To me, it was just like, I mean, I do see that Rico was being a little shady here and there, but everybody was being shady. They were being shady towards Rico. So I don't understand why when they get what they gave to Rico, it's like an issue. But yeah, the whole like, I'm trying to restrain myself, like I'm getting mad and I'm getting angry. And it's like, calm down. Like, I know you don't act like this at work when you get angry. It's funny how you can conduct yourself like a decent human being at work, but when you come into this setting, all of a sudden you want to fight. I don't get it. But Pickens Place said, I think they were jealous of Rico, and that dinner made me look at Reggie so different. Yeah, it definitely. I mean, I was kind of getting those vibes even when he was like being rude to Be Goody. Like, I just felt like, I don't know. It's like you need somebody to be mad at. You need somebody to bully. And I feel like it moved from Be Goody to Rico once Rico came, especially since Rico gives that like bad bitch energy, like, ooh, like glitz and glam and all of that. And I think that was a little like weird to them. Like, I feel like sometimes when people come into spaces with that energy, people feel like, oh, you're like saying you're better than me. And it's like, they never said that. So it's just like, I don't understand why, like, if they never said like, or like gave off the energy that they feel like they're better than you, why do you put that on them? It's almost like you're projecting.
Facts. And it's weird at the season 2 reunion, Adrian and I think Rico had a conversation about insecurities and projecting those insecurities onto people. So I kind of see like, I see what you're saying. That makes sense. So
it was just confusing. And then on top of that, like with Sharday and Rico, I wonder what happened there because we didn't ever see them interact, but like Sharday seemed really irritated by Rico for some reason. I don't know if she was just defending Reggie and that's why she didn't, that's where that energy was coming from her. But yeah, it was weird. But yeah, that was season 1. Definitely feel free to leave some comments on season 1 in the chat. I would say it's worth watching. It's a short season, but it's cool to watch them have fun and they hella funny. So like, I enjoyed season 1. Getting into season 2, I will say season 2 kind of changed. It kind of divulged into like just a show about drama and like being messy. A Playboy, what is it? What is that show called on Now That's TV? A South Central Playboy's Tea, except they don't fight really.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely divulging into that. Just like, what's the next argument? What's the next drama that's gonna come about? So, while I do live for the drama, I just feel like shows that only have drama, it kind of gets repetitive and boring after a while. It's just like, especially when you don't understand what's going on. It's like these people have an issue, but you don't know why they have an issue. You barely know who they are and what, you know, who they are as people. You just know that they have an issue with each other. So they're shading each other, but you don't understand why they're shading each other. And then they end up fighting. And then it's just like, I don't get it. But there was a lot of that this season. But they definitely shake up the cast, I guess. B. Goody and Lena leave, unfortunately. Sade also left. Wu also leaves, and Adrian peeps in and out, I guess you could say. He like leaves for a while. And you know what's so funny? I think the first episode of season 2, he was like, I'm like a yeast infection, bitch. I'm here to stay. I'm coming back or whatever. And then he didn't show up for like the next 3 episodes. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess not. Like, I don't get it. But yeah, he like disappeared or whatever. But who was your favorite from this season?
Favorite from this is Adrian.
Okay.
When he was there. Adrian, like I said, he has Auntie Shade, quick with it, sharp. Like he was getting them together.
I said he gives drunk Uncle T's. Because baby, he always had that brown on him.
I did say I would like to see Adrian and a King from G Status. They need to they need a podcast. Yes.
They need a podcast.
They need a podcast. Yes. And they should be like a bar of nothing but brown liquor as they like
they should have a podcast called Down on That Brown. that's what they should have. Down on That Brown. Now we going both ways.
That's gonna turn into a podcast, a whole goddamn telemarketing, goddamn a telethon.
Yes, I'm here for it.
I'll be here for it. But did you have a favorite for season 2?
Adrian was also my fave. He was just so funny and so quick, and I'm so mad that like I didn't write down any of like the things that he said, but he was just so fucking funny. And I don't remember him being this funny last season. You know, maybe it has something to do with that brown, because maybe always showing up. And I'm like, he showed up to what's his name? The light skin with the color contacts. He showed up to Jaden's house with that brown. I'm like, baby, was you drinking and driving? I hope not.
With that damn like, world, baby. My goodness.
I was like, what's going on? And then at the damn seat at the table, he had that big ass. It was like one of those like big ass, like, I don't know, like it was like one of those like super family size like bottles, you know, like that you would get from like Costco or like
the gallon
Sam's Club. Like it was a big ass one, baby. It was one of those that you hold like it's like laundry detergent. Like it's that big. I was like, damn, I ain't never seen Hennessy that big. Jesus, that's probably the shit that you get in bulk. Like that's a lot. I was like, oh my god, he should be sponsored for Crown Royal for sure. He should definitely be sponsored. Yes, he is hilarious. Somebody got that monostat and that yeast went down for a while, yes. But now it's back, I guess. But yes, definitely can handle the brown. But yeah, Adrian was definitely my favorite. He was just funny, and he was just critiquing the bullshit. Like he wasn't really playing into it, but he was just critiquing like what was going on. I thought that was funny. But yeah, who's your least favorite?
Least favorite, probably the dude that was behind Rico and Trap at the reunion that had so much to say, but he wasn't there during the season.
Does he even count?
Well, he was like I guess an extra. He was at the reunion, so I guess he counts.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really remember him, so I don't really have much to say about him. But I would say my least favorite was I had several people as usual. I had several people I didn't like.
Not several.
Several.
My goodness.
I did not care for who did I not care for? I didn't care for how Rico, Trap, and what's the one that they kept mentioning, and then I didn't even realize who it was until halfway into the season. Dex, yes, they kept saying his name, and I'm like, who the fuck is Dex? I don't even know who that is. Didn't figure out who he was until like damn near the end of the season. But yeah, I didn't like the whole like. I guess they were both mean girls on both sides, I guess you could say. But I didn't care for that whole like alliance, I guess you could say. But Trap was annoying. I feel like every time we saw him, he was yelling at somebody or trying to be shady. Jaden was also super annoying because he would like throw the rock and hide his hand almost. Like he would make like little like slick comments about people, and then when they come for him, it's like, oh, it's 3 grown men attacking me. And I'm like, first of all, you're also a grown man, so I don't know why you're making it seem like you're a child or a woman. Like it's like you're a grown man too, so I don't, you can defend yourself. Shit, you was bad enough to be talking shit, and now that we face to face, what you got to say now?
Yes, you don't want to post up.
Yes,
that's
what when I leave, you want to keep doing
this. When I come around,
post up. So how about you just say it to my face? Like, but yeah, I didn't like how he tried to play victim and then got mad at Reggie for not defending him. I'm like, bro, you started it. Like you caught them clock punchers. Yeah.
Punching a clock, baby. How many people in the comments punch a clock? Because I know I punch a clock. 12, sometimes 13 hours a day, and I have no problem with that.
Can we have a little derailment? I'm sorry. I just want to talk about this for a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
I just think it's hilarious how people will continue to clown the jobs that fed them and clothed them, like the jobs that raised them. 9 times out of 10, like your parents probably worked a 9 to 5. So I don't understand the point in shading 9 to 5.
There's no shade. If you were born with the silver spoon in your mouth, you wouldn't on the show.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
Also, can we talk about how entrepreneurship isn't always the way? Sometimes you might get more bang for your buck working for somebody else, especially like having to pay for health insurance, having to pay taxes, having to handle all of that. Like if you're starting a business, 9 times out of 10, you're probably the only one doing all of that shit. There's no HR department. There's no billing. Like you're all of that. So like, yes, you get to make your own hours. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't go into entrepreneurship. They definitely, definitely go into it if that's something you want to do. But at the same time, like, I don't think it's as glamorous as people make it seem. Like, definitely do your research into it, depending on what field you go into. Child, only scammers look down on people with 9 to 5s. I do see the correlation.
Facts.
I do see the correlation because you see a lot of people saying that, and then next thing you know, it's like they getting arrested for scamming, and it's like,
wow. Next question. See ya.
I'm like, let me go back to my 9 to 5, child. Anyway, like where I'm not going to jail, in danger of going to jail.
Baby.
But yeah, I definitely see that correlation. I want a clock puncher's boiler suit with the cubic press in the applique. Yes, I want that. Now, where them appliques gonna fall off in the wash? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Is it a one-time wear type of situation?
Baby. I said, is this 2004?
Yeah.
Am I watching State Property right now? What the fuck is going on?
Arts and crafts tee. Like
I said, I ain't seen anything airbrushed.
Yes.
And so long.
Remember you used to buy them from the carnival? Like they would be selling them. Child, that's definitely
all that was missing was the bandanas. They should have come in there with some bandanas.
Bandana, yes. Definitely for that. Very much Jaylon. Yes. You know what? I feel like Pretty Rico definitely gives me Lauren England tease, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I could definitely see that. They give that energy. Just in like their look, but also just like their personality, I guess you could say. Because they was definitely trying to be in charge of the girls season 2. I feel like so many people was trying to be in charge of the girls. And you know how that goes.
Lauren?
Well, no, Rico was trying to be in charge of the girls.
Oh, yeah,
Reggie was trying to be in charge of the girls. Trap was trying to be in charge of the girls. Jaden was just I don't know. Just starting shit. But yeah, everybody was trying to be in charge of the girls, and it's like, sit down with that body shop dress on. Like that's what it was giving. Like, and shout out to you if you know that reference. But yeah,
I was gonna say something about Jaden and them damn color contacts.
Yeah.
So is he just light skinned or is he biracial?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can't even.
The color contacts says biracial, and some of his other mannerisms say white mama. But
you know, he does give Nutty Boo energy. I feel like he's
very Nutty Boo. Like you said, he likes to throw the rock and hide his hand. Like,
he definitely gives Nutty Boo energy. He also gives a little "can I speak to the manager" energy. I don't know why. I could see him yelling through a drive-through for some reason, like at like McDonald's or something. Like, but yeah, throwing the rock and hide his hand. Also always in the middle of some shit. I guess he got into it with Trap and was it Trap, Rico, and
Dex?
Trap, Rico, and Dex, I guess you could say. I guess they had a group chat. They never really specified. He never specified what they said that made him feel like they were coming for him. But then he like, responded with like, "Oh, they're clock punchers, blah 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 blah," and I guess they got offended by that, which I understand. But yeah, the drama was just kind of petty, and it was just kind of like dumb to me. Like, this is what y'all arguing about. But I think he light skinned. He gives no will from. So this is what I wanted to say. Speaking of lookalikes or just people that I feel are in the same coven, Jaden from this show, Noel from the Shit We Do for Love, shout out to that show. Darian from Bad Boys Club season 8. They in the same coven, baby. They all in the same coven. They all in the same coven. I need them to be in a room together. I need that energy. I don't want to be in the room. I just want to watch it. I don't want to be in the room. I just want to watch that energy because that's a lot. That's a lot of light-skinned energy going on.
A lot of light-skinned. Noel in the pink wig, Darian taking off his shirt, trying to run through security, and Jaden with these damn color contacts. Like, that's a lot.
Yellow with these color contacts in. You know what he kind of gave the during the sit down when he was yelling at Trap. He was kind of giving Persuasion season. I want to say season. I don't remember, season 12 maybe of Bad Girls Club. Remember she was on the phone with them contact. It was after she fought Wicked. She was on the phone.
That was season 16. She was on the phone with her mama, missing that contact. Her lace front was lifted, and then it was snot bubbles. There was a lot going on.
Her mama was like, first of all, stop talking to me like you're talking to her. She was like,
I'm sorry, mom. Yeah, something was going through it that night. It was
oh my God.
First of all, stop talking to me like you're talking to her. I know you're
so irritated.
Right. That's not what we're going to do. We're not going to do that. Shout out to that.
Oh my God. But yeah, him yelling with some context was giving Persuasion. I'm just like, you are definitely giving like unhinged energy, which is why I titled the thumbnail that. But yeah, it's definitely giving thumbnail energy. Trap was giving unhinged energy.
Yes.
Yeah, they both was just yelling at each other. I don't understand what the issue was. But yeah, they was definitely about to fight over nothing. But yeah, let me see what else happened. That sit down was a sit down from hell. This sit down or the sit down from G Status when they racked up like what $500 in damages
from that PF chain. The PF chain is what S. came dressed. He didn't get dressed.
Yeah.
He didn't come dressed. He got dressed. That's what it was.
Got style, baby.
He got style.
And that blazer and them jeans. I said, who are you, Jeff Foxworthy? Like, why are you dressed like a Midwestern white dad? What is going on?
And then pulled out that bandana because he thought he was about to rumble. Like, did the stylist add that as like a plus?
Probably.
Was it inside the blazer? Like,
he knew he would be touchable.
Like I said, but I'm gonna say the PF chains where they destroyed the property. Baby, once you get to throwing food, separate dishes with hot plate, like once you get to throwing hot plates, it's a whole different.
It's a whole mess.
Especially good ass Chinese food. Like, how do you go to PF chains and not eat before you got the food? So
a whole mess. And then, so I guess Reggie was hosting the sit down, a seat at the table. looked like he got all of that shit from the Dollar Tree, maybe like 30 minutes before he showed up to the venue. No shade. But he was like, shit, I don't give a fuck. This is what they gonna get it and they gonna like it. I'm like, dang, maybe you shouldn't host the party then. Maybe you should give that duty to somebody else. But yeah, they go back and forth. Trapped and Jaden go back and forth because I guess the whole clock puncher situation. Nobody has any emotional control on this season. Everybody is just like, I'm angry and I'm gonna throw a chair. Like it's no like maybe I should think about what I'm doing, or maybe I should listen to what they're saying. Yes.
I was thinking about this today.
Definitely giving raw reptar. Yes. Attacking everything in sight. Pickens Place said he did read that guy in the kitchen when they were in the onesies, because really, why do the contacts bother them so bad? I just think it's funny that like he be going off and he got these bright green, or he has these bright blue eyes, and it's just kind of like, y'all already know how I feel about people who have like darker skin but like lighter eyes. It's like the contrast is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So for him to be yelling with some
contacts, like
yes,
that's number one. But my bad, yeah.
But yeah, them yelling in the onesies was also sending me. And then Shaw like, y'all gonna have to shut the fuck up, because listen, I'm not getting kicked out of my apartment, right?
Right.
I am not about to get kicked out of my apartment. Like, you know what happened to Trey when Trey from Chasing Dallas. So like
they got to that rumble. That's not about happening.
So
and then like, wasn't it Chasing LA? I think where they got to it in like Jeremy Copeland's apartment, and he was like, "Y'all gotta get the fuck out, because I'm not about to get kicked out."
Baby, speaking of nobody, a person that doesn't have emotional control and go from 0 to 100 in a minute. Yes, also that. But
yes. Shout out to Jeremy Copeland, but
you look at how he possessed. My goodness.
Yes,
I need that on the next.
Married to Medicine. Married the first season when she was given possessed porcelain doll.
I need that on the next Conjuring installment movie poster. I need his face.
That's low.
Like, but yeah, they got into it. Then there's also a guy named Jermaine on the show. Sorry, we're so so unprepared, but you know, this show be taking you on some turns and some hits and
twists, baby.
Like we said, we couldn't follow it all, so we doing our best. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's still here. But yes, there's a guy named Jermaine on the show. I guess he just recently did a little situation. He recently came from upstate. You know, went to college, went to university for a little bit.
State property, baby.
Yes. But yes, came from jail or prison. He went to prison. There's a difference. But yes, came out the jail. At least he didn't do a twomp in prison. But he came from jail or came from prison. And I guess he had an ex who also messed with Dex on the show, and so they were arguing over that. I said, if it's one thing they're gonna do in this show, is argue over a man.
Argue over
a man that ain't worried about either one of them. No shade. Like, is the man with y'all now? Then why does it matter? Like, I don't understand being like, oh, well, we was together. No, we was together. Like,
nigga, you was locked up. He should have did a 60 days in stand. That's what he should have did.
Not 60 days in.
He should have did 60 days in, but Dex was about to go in his bag, and it made me think of when Dior was like, before I started drinking,
does anybody have a problem? Do I have to go in my bag?
Wooder was like, baby, Dex was in the bag. Everybody was like, what was in the bag? What's in the bag? Like, did you have a gun? I'm glad he didn't draw his weapon.
It was somebody saying like him, what did they say? It was so funny. They were like, he was struggling to get whatever was in that bag out the bag. And then somebody was like, shit, nothing. He was scared to pull that shit out. Whatever it was. I was like, shit, true. Baby, if you're going to pull it out, pull it out. If you're going to whip it out, whip it out. Like, anyway, but yeah, pulled out that water gun and ain't had nobody shook. Cause I'm like, you really gonna go to you gonna really end up in prison?
You know what they should have said? Where's my gun?
Yes. Where's my gun at? I'm like, isn't that something you should have? You should know where it's at all times. There should never be a time where you don't know where your gun is.
Because Pick and Play said that he was thinking it was a rehab. And I think he did say, Jermaine, I think he did say it was like a rehabilitation center. And not
really?
So forgive us for that mistake.
But he said, didn't he say that? Didn't somebody say that he went to jail for like battery or something like that?
My goodness.
Or maybe he said he didn't. I don't know. If he did go to jail for substance abuse, then I'm sorry. I don't want to joke about that. But I swear I thought I heard somebody say that he went to jail for battery or something like that. But I don't know. I don't want to put that on that man. But I thought it was funny when Dex said that he was hiding in bushes and jumping out of trees on their ass. I guess stalking Dex in the
his old nigga
in the bushes, baby. Imagine Reggie in the bushes with them eyes, like creeping out. Like that would gag me. That would gag me. Reggie in the bushes with some eyes.
Shit.
Like,
my goodness.
Like,
boom, boom, scary shit, baby.
That is some scurry shit. Like, oh my god. But yes, I guess they was talking to the same dude, and you know, two people talking to the same dude will always create chaos. Mm-hmm. Enough chaos for, I guess, Dex potentially go to prison for attempted murder. Assault with a deadly weapon. Like,
because you feel all because you're working with your pussy sister,
right?
So
y'all might as well join forces. Like,
become Tara, Peter, and Amina. Do everything for the kids.
Might as well. Play polygamy, baby. We need to have we need to have shout out to from Bad Boys Club season 8. Shout out to who's also in a polygamous relationship. I don't know why I can't think of his name.
Justice.
No. What's his name? From who's in a polygamous relationship?
Jacob.
No, you literally interviewed him, Shuri.
Oh, Diego. Okay.
Yeah, Diego. Okay, yes. That's Diego, what I couldn't think of his name. But yeah, we need to have Diego back to talk about polygamous relationships, because I feel like some people would be happier if they was in some polygamous relationships. But I don't know. Maybe that's not for everybody. But thank you so much, Pickens Plays. We trying. But yes, you got prison. I was thinking rehab of some sorts. Okay, maybe he was in rehab. I apologize if that's the case. But I feel like we don't know much about the people on this show. Like, they were on the show talking shit, but we don't really know anything about them. Like, we did see Trap open up when he sat down with his friend. I thought that was nice. Mm-hmm. He has a fraught relationship with his father. His father apparently has 20 kids. How does somebody procreate that much? How do you have 20 kids? That's insane to me. But yeah, I just think that that's so crazy. And then to me, it's kind of crazy that you would be upset that Trap is gay when it's like, statistically, shit, you got all these kids, one of them is likely to be gay. The fuck, like,
goodness.
You and got a whole class
father, but you know, Bottoms love making babies. I'm just saying. That is a statistic.
No, Bottoms love making babies. You time out. Bitch, the door. Time out, okay? Like, put you in time out.
My bad.
Bottoms love making babies. I can't stand you.
I'm just saying,
oh
baby.
My god.
Everything I've just seen about, or everything I've just seen in maybe like the past decade about all these, you know, DL rappers and these DL niggas in hip hop, you know, Diddy got about 9 kids. And you know what they say about Diddy. And that's why I say what I say.
Calling grown men
baby. I'm sorry, we're digressing.
Pickens Place said, yes, shout out to everybody that's tolerating our foolishness. But Pickens Place said, do you think Rico was being shady on how they retold the story of Bathroom Gate? I forgot what they said. Are you talking about when Trap went into the bathroom? No. Somebody was in the bathroom. Was it Dexter? somebody was in the bathroom, yeah, and then I guess
Jaden
came
came
in.
in.
That was kind of weird because I wasn't understanding what was happening. Like, was he genuinely in the bathroom, like trying to like? I don't understand. Like, they didn't explain it well enough. Like, was Dex in the bathroom, like finishing up, and then like he just barged in and was like, "I got to use the bathroom," or was it like, "I'm just gonna be annoying and sit in the bathroom, even though I know you need to use the bathroom"? I was confused because I'm like, well, why didn't you just give him time to leave the bathroom? Like, I don't know. If I wouldn't like just be like, I don't care who's in this bathroom, I gotta pee, unless I really had to use the bathroom. So I don't know. I did think it was funny how he was like, somebody was like, "Oh, you showing your dick to people," and so he was like, "Oh, because I was in the bathroom, like, and I whipped out my dick. I wasn't whipping it out to show him." And then somebody was like, "No, we're talking about this dick pic that you sent to somebody," and he's like, "Oh yeah, that too." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you are sending dick pics. Okay, so this wasn't about you being in the bathroom and flashing your dick. Okay." But yeah, another DM monster.
I was just about to say, is Jaden a DM monster with them damn color contacts?
A DM monster, baby.
Hey, you know we go up for a DM monster or a pussy monster.
Yes, bring back pussy monsters. I feel like they have, you know.
We still need Kevon Burns to get the show for the pussy monster.
Get on that, Kevon. Yes.
Get on that, please.
A whole season of pussy monsters. I'm here for
it.
I'm here for it.
I feel like it would give what South Central Playboys thought it was giving.
Yes. You want to talk about bottoms making babies? Never mind. No bottom shaming over here. We don't bottom shame. We don't kink shame. We don't mom shame. Yeah. Anyway,
my goodness.
Also, I need Adrian and Carl to be on the show together. I know it would be a key. Yes, I need them to be on the show together. That's the real podcast I need.
Yes.
Child, no shade. If Mikey and Carl do that show together, they need to take Carl off, or not take Carl off. They need to take Mikey off, no shade, and put Adrian on. Mm-hmm. They need a podcast together. That shit would be funny.
Yeah,
they are both hilarious. Girls. Yeah,
Adrian and Carl would tear the kids apart. That would be brutal. I don't know what the name of that podcast will be.
Right. Yeah, my fave. 20 children. That's what he said. I'm like, I hope he exaggerating. How do you have 20 kids? I feel like legally you should only be able to have so many. at some point the government needs to step in and be like, listen, I know it's your body, your choice, but you're creating people that you cannot like take care of these people. Like, mentally, financially, emotionally, like, no. Yes, a court mandated vasectomy. Like, somebody needs to shake him. Like, stop fucking procreating. Like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, but yeah, he talked about how, like, you know, he had dealt with some like sexual assault. He dealt with, you know, his father being distant. So I think it's always interesting to hear about these like things in these people's lives because it really sheds light on like how they handle like conflict and how they handle like just different things in their life. You know, I know a lot of people are going through stuff. I know Reggie also spoke on like how he struggles with his mental health and like having depression and anxiety. And I was like, okay, that makes sense to some of the situations that he deals with. Or like some of the way he's like approached some of the situations that he was in on the show. But yeah, I understood that. I thought that was, you know, cool. What did you think of Rico's speech at the mental health awareness event, the Fire and Ice?
I missed it.
Boo. Bad reviewer. No, I'm just playing. It was I guess it was kind of like a joke. I mean, did you see his speech? I guess Reggie's speech.
I did.
Or no. So he talked about his like mental health and just like how sometimes he doesn't feel like getting out of bed sometimes, you know, how hindering it is, and like how he didn't want to speak about it because he doesn't like talking about his depression, but like speaking about it will help other people. And it was just very inspirational and deep. It actually put him in a better light. I feel like he has potential. I just feel like he is kind of childish at times, and I feel like he's messy. But I feel like I do see good sides to him, like the dancing and like him talking about his mental health. I thought that was good. But But yeah, he kind of had like a heartfelt thing to talk about with that, a heartfelt speech. And then I guess Rico comes up after and they're like, oh, it was kind of like more of a joke, I guess you could say. Like being more funny, I guess you could say, not making a joke of mental health awareness, but just like joking, like just making like lighthearted comments, like lighthearted jokes. And yeah, I guess the girls didn't really see it for that. And that's how Jaden and Rico got into it. Um backstage. It got real ugly real fast. Like them just going back and forth. I
Is this
guess
when they were in the all white?
yes, this was the
Okay.
all white.
Okay.
Acting a fool in that parking lot. Now there was a lot of
Right?
antics going on.
Well, all
at
that
this
damn
point.
foundation on their clothes. I said, who the
Listen,
fuck?
not from CVS. I said, Adrian, you are a
Right?
fool.
That
Like
damn Halloween makeup, baby.
from CVS, child. But yes. Oh, shout out to I think this might be, speak of the devil, in this white. Yes.
Reggie.
Different. Yes. Shout out to you, Reggie. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for
We
being here.
appreciate you for being here. Yes. But yeah, I did like him talking about his mental health awareness, but I feel like, or mental health awareness in his own relationship with mental health.
Mhm.
But yeah, it kind of goes left from there because a bunch of shenanigans happen. Jaden once again throws the rock and hides his hand. Um, comes for Rico, basically making fun of Rico. Um, I do feel like his opinion on the speech was valid because, like, especially after Rico, like, or especially after Reggie, like, speaking about something so serious, like, to come up and make jokes is like kind of, but like, he didn't have to bring in the whole like gender identity stuff and like the like, I don't know, like bank statement stuff. I felt like them arguing about money was so stupid to me. Like, oh, like, you want to see my bank statements? Look at my taxes. Look how much money. It's like nobody cares. Everybody knows that the people that scream to the top of their lungs that they have money don't actually have money. Like I don't I don't know if they're just like behind on that, but most people know like the people that have real money don't speak about it. Like they just have money. They don't have to prove anything. So to me it was like this whole conversation is stupid. But yeah, they talking about bank statements and taxes, and Rico prints off a fucking tax statement or something from the IRS. And I'm like, is it that serious? Like, why do you have to prove to these people that you have money? I don't understand. If anything, if I had like money, I'm not going to say nothing. Like, I'm just going to be quiet about it because I don't want to get robbed. Like, and I don't need you asking me for money. So, like, I'm going to be quiet about it. But yes, we appreciate you too. Thank you for
Thank you.
being here. But nobody cared at all. Yes, about the money shit. Yes, like it just seemed like something between Rico and Jaden for some reason. But then Rico starts talking about the whole gender identity stuff, and I'm just like, why not just ask them what their gender identity is? Like he seemed confused about Rico's gender identity, but it was almost like shade, like almost like, oh, you need to pick one. You need to be a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, and it's like problematic. Like not you trying to present yourself as this progressive intellectual and you can't understand like being non-binary and not identifying with being a man or a woman. Like, so yeah, that irritated me. But then Rico also made a fucked up comment, I guess about Jaden's status. I want to say
a lot of low blows.
they tried to clean it up a little bit with the, oh, I just meant you were sick in the head, and I was like, is that what you meant? Yeah, I was like, nah. Especially if you know that he's positive, that's a fucked up comment to make. I mean, I know he went low, but you went to hell with calling him sick. Like that's pretty fucked up. But then the fight, they end up fighting because after Rico says that, they start swinging and tumbling, and it kind of looked like how like football players or like people like
dog
sports,
pile,
yeah, dog pile, not dog pound, dog pile. Okay, I already know what you're thinking. I said dog pile. Okay?
Listen.
Shout out to if you know what I'm talking about, but I said dog pile. Okay,
maybe.
But yes, they're fighting and trying to break it up. Trap gets angry out of nowhere and starts to try to attack Jaden's friend, who is a whole woman. I don't understand why he was about to fight this woman. Like, he was so angry at her. I don't know if she maybe hit him on mistake or if she was trying to break it up and he was mad at that. If somebody wants to add further context, because I don't know why he was so mad at her, but I'm like, you are not about to fight this woman. Like, that is inappropriate. Like,
right.
And they were like trying to break it up, like, and people were even saying like, you're not about to fight a woman, and she was like confused too. She's like, I didn't even do anything, I didn't even say anything. So I was just like, Trap, you need to get that under control. Like, that's the bad look, especially at your big age.
Complex.
Listen, like, people want to shout from the top of their lungs that they're so grown, but then they do shit like this. It confuses me, baffles me. But anyway, yeah, they take it to the parking lot. They fighting and arguing, and they white.
Take it to Ross Street. That's what they should.
They should have taken it to Ross. They definitely should have taken it to Ross. Yes, but the scary ass bitch didn't want to take it to Ross. My goodness.
Oh my God, $60, baby.
Reggie. Oh, okay. So shout out to him for adding some context. She pushed him when trying to stop the fighting. Okay. I mean, I get it. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to put their hands on me, especially like if I'm already angry and like in fight mode. But I don't know. It didn't seem like she was trying to hurt him. Like, I don't think she necessarily did it on purpose. Like, I would be mad. Like, why the fuck did you push me? Like, blah, blah, blah. But he was like about to fight her. I'm like, damn, bro, like, calm down. Like, you are not about to fight a whole ass woman. Like she hit him upside the head with a bottle or some shit. Like, damn.
Got a little angry, hit me upside the head. Like,
not this domestic violence. My goodness. But Pick and Play says, the friend who spilled the tea about seeing Reggie and the guy kiss, did he ever make an appearance after that? He was interesting, and I felt like we didn't really see him after. Was that the one that showed up at the reunion, or who, or what? Because that was Reggie and Sean that kissed, right?
Ooh.
I want a little more context to that. Because Shaw was like, oh, I was, you drunk and high, and it was giving like a white girl wasted moment. Like, the way he was describing it, like, we just made out, like we were drunk. Like, I don't know. It was funny to me.
It sounded like Cindy and Buffy that time they got drunk and went down on each other.
Oh my goodness. Down off that, bro. Now we going both ways. Anyway, shout out to Megan. But yes, Jeremiah. Oh, he was cool. He also seemed like he had some sense. Like, I feel like so many people on this cast were making irrational decisions, and he just seemed more calm and more like, just more in control of his emotions or whatever. Is this the Dex King? Shout out to Dex King. Thank you for being here.
Guess what was in that bag? I think I'll talk about
what was in that bag.
But what was in the bag?
Who was in that bag? He said pew pew. You think it was a little pea shooter? Shout out to Katie Got Bands. Pulled out a little pink pea shooter, baby.
My goodness.
A pink piece. That's what was in the bag. That's what was in the bag. A pink piece. Like, pink piece, baby. He came back for the reunion. He's on season 3. Okay, I'm excited to see him on season 3. Definitely checked out a couple of or one of the episodes so far. There are 2 episodes out right now. Check them out. That's on the rise. Houston. We haven't said that in a minute. So yes, show we're check it out. But yes, that little pea shooter was sending me. Do we want to talk about how Dex splashed Jaden with that? I hope it was rose. I don't know why, but I hope he splashed him with some rose at the seat.
Wait, so Jaden got splashed twice with a drink?
No, just once at the seat at the table event. Yes, sorry, I'm jumping.
Reggie,
I'm jumping
Reggie
around.
Threw the,
Reggie threw the drink. But yes,
baptized them.
Yes, that was funny, inappropriate but funny. But yeah, the way he threw it was sending me.
You know what it made me think of? Remember when Darmaine threw that drink on? I think it was Marco and Marcus from On the Heights. That's what that drink throw gave.
Was that when he was dressed like Catwoman?
Yeah.
He should have hit.
Marcus is just like Catwoman, and Darmaine threw that drink on him. Oh my God!
Shout out to what is that show called? The Heights. Yes.
The Heights. Yes.
He said it was Reggie, not me.
Yeah, Reggie.
Oh, that threw the drink on him. Yeah, sorry, not to say Dex did it. It was
Reggie.
But yeah, the way he threw the drink was funny too. It kind of reminded me of that gif of Rihanna where she's like, like it was very like drink, like you thirsty, like very just like like
Splash his ass.
Oh my god,
yes.
That sent me. But
now I wonder. No shade to Jaden, but I wonder if any liquor got in his color contacts.
You think it was given to Jennifer Williams tea?
Not really that severe, but I feel like it was some irritation. Because you know he almost drowned her. And almost took out her color contacts in the process.
My goodness. You think they compromised the color contacts? Do you think they're not supposed to like the alcohol would like change color or something?
Literally just gonna incinerate the damn lenses, see your eyeballs.
Not burning them out of his scalp. Jesus, out of his scalp, out of his eyes. Jesus. But yeah.
Baby, now you seeing in 4K for real. I don't need that. Not permanent 4K vision.
It was also the look on Reggie's face right before and right after he threw the drink, because it was just like, you know what? I've held on to my maturity for way too long. He just was like, boop. And then once everybody left, he was just sitting there like, and I'll do it again, bitch. Like I was like, this is such a mess. But yeah. What else could we talk about from season 2? Any questions or anything that we missed? I know we kind of jumped around when it came to season 2, but
no shade, but will there be like a set attire for the season 3 reunion? Cause season 2 people just came kind of people look nice, but they just came like there wasn't like a color scheme. Baby Rico was giving
can we talk about Rico giving
but she on the
first lady in the making teas and their confessional with that orange shirt and the headband, definitely giving first lady teas. First lady in the making.
That one. Now I did see Rico with the bob and the mesh shirt with the pasty.
I did like that look. Was definitely giving Lauren England. That look was definitely giving baby Lauren England for sure. It was supposed to be one for season 2. Yeah, I mean I like the all white. You know, I mean y'all started fighting and then the foundation got on y'all clothes. But you know, outside of that, you know, it's fine. He said CVS foundation, baby. Adrian is a whole key.
A key, yes. Adrian is a fool.
He said green and gold. That would have been cute. I would have been here for that. Green and gold.
Okay.
It should have been silver and gold, like that. Isn't that a gospel song? It should have been that. It should have been silver and gold.
That is a T-Pain song, and that is about liquor.
No, it's a gospel song, I think, called Silver and Gold.
Oh, really?
I think so. Goodness. Anyway. We derailing, but anyway, yeah, season 2 definitely was like more of into the drama. There were some funny moments for sure, but yeah, I think in all it was just kind of like just drama and not enough.
I would like to sorry to cut you off again, but I would like to ask: is there a reason why Sade, B Goody, and Lena departed after season 1? Will they make like an appearance or like a cameo in like season 3 or like in a future season? Because I miss my girls.
Yes.
No shit to Sade, particularly Brittany and Lena. But
I think Reggie know what I'm talking about by Kirk Franklin. I think it is the song called.
Oh, okay. But, Carry on Franklin's father. Okay.
Ciao. I wonder who hooked up on this show, because I feel like the animosity is definitely given like they either had or they shared or what's the tea with that? That's what I'm wondering.
Wait, who?
I'm just wondering, like, was there any, behind the scenes action? Because, I feel like when people are beefing and we don't fully understand why, I feel like there's some swapping of fluids that went on behind the scenes and we don't know about it. So I'm not saying.
Now, are you saying the cast members or the unethical approach with the cast members sleeping with production?
You said what?
It's for good TV. But that's unethical as fuck. The cast members sleeping with production.
I didn't say all that. I'm just saying. I'm just wondering what's going on behind the scenes. But but I just assumed it was because they had kids and was filming. Probably was a lot. I could see that.
Okay.
Yeah, they did have kids. Yeah. They make appearances. Okay, I'm excited to see them on season 3. I miss them. They definitely had They definitely had good energy.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to see them. I don't know about Sade, no shade. She was kind of quiet, and then we didn't really get much of her until she started coming for Rico. So if she come back, I want to see her happy. I want to see her, in good spirits. But yeah, anything else we want to talk about before we dip out? I'm excited for season 3. I think we'll probably take a look at it. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. But I think I'll definitely continue to watch. But but yeah, if they could change 2 things about this show, what do you think? What would you want from seeing seasons 1 and 2?
I guess more focus on like the friendships in the group.
Okay.
Kind of like season 1, how they just focused on
Day Skiing is a fool, not sound quality. You right. Shade, but yes. Like,
but yeah, I would say like focus on more on like the friendships, and then I would love to see like people will spend like all the season 2 talking about 9 to 5. I would like to see some 9 to 5s, like even if you aren't like at your 9 to 5, just like more performances or like more like creative, like
yeah. I want to know more about the the people on the show. Like I want to see them hanging out, doing things that they like to do. I want to know more about them. Like I like when Trap sat down and talked about, and it don't have to be about like your trauma or whatever, but like just about you and like where you come from and who you are. And I feel like that makes you more relatable versus like just being shady. It's like, okay, I don't really care about this because I don't really know what's going on and I don't really know you. So it's like, it doesn't endear me to you or the situation or whatever. I can go to the the comment section for that, no shade. But yeah, I would love to see, just like you said, more of them like doing things, working their 9 to 5s, and just coming up, living their life in Houston. I think that would be cool.
most definitely.
I also want to see more like group outings. I feel like season 2 didn't really have a lot of those. Like, I guess because every time they met up, shit would go left. But I like how season 1 they did a lot of stuff together. Yeah, I enjoyed that because you don't really see that on a lot of shows. Like they had the Friendsgiving, and it just reminded me of my friends because it's like, oh, like you cooking, you're bringing this, you're bringing that. Oh, we going here, we hanging out. Like it just, I like seeing that. So yeah, I'm excited to see season 3, and just see how they evolve. Because chasing was the first couple seasons were good, but they were also kind of shaky. So I feel like they progressed as they made the show. So I'm excited to see this show grow. I need help remembering who people are. Reggie is shown a lot for obvious reasons, but I need more of the cast outside of just him in the center. Do you think he's the Shawnee O'Neal of the show?
I think so. I was wondering if he's like the Rashandia of the show.
When Jaden started coming for him, he should have been like, "I'll be that bitch for you." Like,
yes.
Thank you for your services.
Baby, Brandy Maxio was straight up bored.
I love how the only consequence was her getting sent home early on the trip. And that they didn't actually send her home because they're not just gonna buy a ticket out the blue to send her home. So she just sat in the hotel and didn't film with them. She got put on timeout essentially.
My goodness.
But
you put a grown woman on timeout.
Ciao. But anyway, but yeah, I would love to see more of that. I would love to see more of like what gay Houston has to offer, like clubs and just things that like gay Houston has to offer, like the gay community or Austin, the gay community in Houston has to offer. Because I ain't never been there, so I want to know what it's giving. So yeah, I think that would be cool if we saw more community stuff, more of them like putting themselves in the community and hanging out and enjoying themselves. I think that would be cool.
They should have went to a Renaissance concert and filmed that.
Yes, and they are silver. That should have been the color scheme for season 3, silver. That's what it should have been. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, shout to that damn. Come on, co-host.
I'll let you have that one for free. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, it should have been like a silver moment. I think that would have been cute. But yeah, any other words before we peel out? I know we've been here for an hour and a half. Thank you for everybody that came through.
Yes, that came through on Friday.
Yes.
No, I just want to say thank you to everybody that came through. Thank you, Reggie and Dex, for joining us.
Yes, thank y'all for being here. Appreciate that.
Again, if you haven't watched On the Rise Houston, definitely give it a watch. It's
Give it a watch.
Yeah. Baby, season 1 is lit.
Yes.
Season 1 was lit. This season 2 is good. Give it a watch too. But yeah. Thank you guys for being here on this Good Friday. Co-hosts, any final remarks?
Well, while we have people still here, definitely check out our live tomorrow. We're reviewing Bad Boys Club, the final part of the reunion for part 3. It was wild. And yeah, I mean, if you didn't care to pay to watch it, you can watch our live and we'll tell you what happened. Like, we'll tell you the shit. You know, ain't nothing like seeing it and, you know, seeing it for yourself, but we'll tell you what happened. But yeah, I'm excited to do that. Excited to see that and hang out with y'all on Saturday. But yeah, thank you for everybody that popped through. Again, thank you, Dex and Reggie, for coming through. And just everybody else, you know, the usual suspects, Magic User, Pickens Plays, Spicy Original, YB came through. Really appreciate him for that. So yeah, thank you all for being here. And this has been Key and Care, where we key
and we carry.
I've been Damon.
I am Troy.
And we will see y'all in the next one tomorrow at 8:30.
Peace, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good Friday.